going on, guys? Welcome back to the Leave It to the Judges MMA show. I'm with the boys, Nick and Xavier. And today, guys, we are doing our recap of UFC 339 in Las Vegas and talk about a mixed bag of emotions, lots of highs, lots of highs, to be honest, and one really big low. Guys, let's start with the bad news first. Conor McGregor in the first minute breaks something in his leg. We don't know exactly what it is yet, but he does need surgery. He confirmed it. Max Holloway gets the win via TKO. 5 years out of the cage, guys. All the hype, speculation, all of that gone in a snap. What are your thoughts?
Uh, I think you just like hit the nail on the head, bro. Worst case scenario. I think that it was piss poor for everyone involved. The UFC, the fans got robbed. Um, Max got robbed of a victory. Connor got robbed of a chance to show what he's made of, even like whether he won or lost. Like, I think that he was gonna go out there and do, put out a good performance for himself. For as long as it lasted, at least. And yeah, I just feel like it's very unfortunate that his body just is not being able to hold up. I think that the mind is willing, but the body is weak. His spirit is willing. I still think he has a warrior spirit. It's just his body just is breaking down on him. And mind you, the kick he threw, was it the most necessary way to start the fight? No, but like after 5 years out of the cage, a moment this big, like I can't fault him for like going out there and trying to like do a big action, try to like just immediately throw himself into the fire. Um, it's just very unfortunate that how it all went down. And even to hear that like for a second time, like maybe Max Holloway's just cursed just because like for a second time Max was saying that Connor was like, just keep fighting, mate. Just keep fighting, mate. Like after he tore his shit. I mean, it shows that Connor does not want to give up on himself for the fans. Like he didn't want to like stop fighting. It just was so like damning. You know what I mean? Like, and granted, like all respect to Max, like who could have probably taken the opportunity and beat McGregor's ass a little bit more than he did. Um, he really didn't hit him very much. He, kind of just noticed what was going on, and a lot of guys don't even care. Like, you know what I mean? That shows like Max has a level of care to Connor, a level of respect for him as a man, as a father, as a fighter. And he really spared him, so I appreciate that. Um, but yeah, man, overall, just a terrible circumstance, and all prayers to McGregor, man. I hope he comes back and like hopefully against like a much less uh like give him a Darius, bro, please. Like give him like someone that he could easily spark and have a good moment. Because
We might know a certain guy who just fought on the White House who's been calling him out for 300 years.
hey man, shit, book some shit like that. Don't book another Nate Diaz fight. Like don't book him against like
Rufy or Carlos Prates or some shit.
yeah, please don't. Keep him far away from protest, please.
I mean, look, I swear, Dariush would have got landed by that kick. It was inches away from Holloway. He barely blocked that shit, bro. And like Dariush wouldn't have time to react. He would have got knocked out as the injury happened. Like, I swear, that's a matchup to make. But in all seriousness, it was rough. It was rough to see a hero of mine just kind of get taken out by age, I think, because I believe him when he says he didn't come in with an injury here. It was just a hyperextension of the knee, which it was clearly showed that they're saying torn ACL, which would be even crazier. But I believe it based on the way the knee reacted. It's like it's tough, bro. Like clearly body is breaking down. You can't do the same things you have done before because your body is not allowing you to. It is tough to see, especially 5 years off. Probably the biggest gates of the year by far. And to have that kind of result, it's a tough result for the UFC. And it's sad to see for Connor. I mean, Max gets the win. Like, what kind of win was that? I mean, see, these should be like no contest, bro. Like, if it was my rule of judging, like taking away titles from some champions like Bilal, like, I think the scoring would be better. I think it just would. So that's my thoughts on that fight.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you both touched on it. Just absolutely heartbreaking. I feel like on the channel we were speculating, oh, if he wins this, he'll fight Gaethje next or Islam next, or like neither. So,
And the
but
thing is, like, to make it even worse, like Max Holloway also probably had some good things on the horizon with a what an impressive win over Connor, you know? Especially like let's say Connor like looked like somewhat of himself and then Max Holloway still whooped his ass like late, you know what I mean? Like it would have looked even better. It would
Mhm.
have been a great story for Max. He would have, got the chance to avenge a early loss in his career, exercise those demons, and you know what I mean? It would have been like Max also is a loser here by not getting any credit or shine from this. Like
Nothing.
he bulked all plus also this is also a concern of mine. Max bulked all the way up for 170. Now what if he goes back, he cuts down to 155, has a bad cut, gets chinned. Like you see what I'm saying? This all this weight jumping shit has consequences because fights are scheduled before fighters can naturally wean their body back down or move up. You know what I mean? So like I just don't love the fact that he bulked up this much. Um Granted, I mean, like considering how much he was size mogged in his last fight against Charles, it might help him, I guess. But
yeah,
I could see a more likely scenario where it just kind of weakens his chin because like he put on extra mass and now his weight cut harder again. Like I feel like it's the same thing that happened with Ilya when he bulked up to fight Gaethje, got comfortable in his 155 frame, and then tried to quickly cut weight back to fight Ilya because they offered him a title shot. Like I feel like he might
oh,
be making the
Max.
same mistake again, and I am concerned about that. I want that to be on record.
And for the record, with Max, I don't love his chances at the top of 170.
Not at all, to be
Yeah,
honest.
Neither division.
which he never. What'd you say, Nick?
I said neither division, but getting into.
Yeah, yeah. He never said he was going to stay at 170. Max said obviously he wants the trilogy. The only upside for Max is he just made a shit ton of money. But like, yeah. All right, let's just briefly give our opinions on this because it's just kind of everyone has their own opinion on this. It's all over social media. What do you guys think about the injury? Like, it was a pre-existing?
It
Did he
was
come in?
real. I'm sorry. Sorry to cut you
Oh,
off,
it's
man.
okay.
I just wanted to jump in and Connor tweeted out that it was like in real time. And I just have to believe him off that. Like, I don't think he would be so bold here. Coming in like a TJ Dillashaw of like 40 fucking dislocated shoulders coming into a title. Like, I just don't believe that's the case. Like, coming into a main event, 5 years off, throwing kicks in the back room too. There was multiple footage of him throwing kicks back room. And like, I just think I honestly really just believe after what we just saw, the body can't hold up. And I think it was just him doing that athletic movement of jumping on that leg for the switch kick and his knee giving out. I think it's just age and like clearly showing like he doesn't have the athletic ability. Like his legs are breaking down on him, is what I would say. And it's like
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but that it was a real injury. I don't believe it was a pre-existing like whatever kind of injury. I was maybe thinking that of the night off, but if Connor says it happened in the fight, I'm not gonna believe otherwise. I don't think he would be that great just to get out of a contract to go into a fight with a like fucked up leg that would get broken and him put out for another year just to have one more fight like
Yeah,
be hurt. Like it
I
doesn't
agree
make
with you.
sense.
I agree with you that like I think that it wasn't torn before. I will say that. I think that at this stage in the game, I think that like most fighters already go in there with some kind of nagging injury. You know what I mean? And I do think that even if he was a little bit hurt, the pressure of like having just pulled out of his first fight with the broken toe, I know Connor, and I know no matter what shape he was in, to be honest, he was not gonna do it again. He was not gonna pull out twice. Um, so I do think that there was some element of probably something ailing him. Um, but I agree with you that it wasn't like torn prior to like at least not fully or you know what I mean to any
Yeah.
extent that he thought that he could not go out there and give a good accounting of himself.
He wouldn't do that, man. Like Connor's not that type of guy.
Right. I also think because it was if I'm not mistaken, like it was the other leg, right? That
Yeah.
got
Yeah, it was
right,
like
right. A thing that we've seen in a lot of sports history is that when you have an injury like a torn ACL, a lot of the times, like in the rehabilitation process and just in general, you start to kind of favor the other leg and kind of make it overcompensate to try to protect the surgically repaired one.
Yeah.
And you can end up putting like a lot of unnecessary, not unnecessary, but a lot of just wear and tear on the other leg. And I feel like that has to be a factor as well. Just because like we've seen it with D Rose, we've seen it like
damn.
all throughout sports, you know what I mean? Especially in basketball, like a player doesn't trust one leg, so they do shit on the other leg, and then boom, now this other thing is hurt on the other leg. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure Klay Thompson with his situation was similar to that, you know? So I just think that that has to play a factor. And I mean, it's no one's fault. It's just, that's just how the body breaks down, over time.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think his leg or his body at all was near 100%, but like he didn't come in knowing that he couldn't fight.
No.
So, yeah, that's that. All right, guys. On Twitter, he said, he was in high spirits. He went to church the next day. He said he needs surgery. He's gonna rehab, come back. Last fight on his contract. God, please. That's what he said. What is it? First of all, is he gonna come back? Do you guys think he ever fights again? And what does this
Oh,
last fight on his contract look like now that this is the outcome?
I think he's going to fight his contract out no matter what because as a part owner of BKFC and shit, he has like he can make a fuck ton of money to whoop on like a bum if he wants. You know what I mean? And I think that he is very like keen on that and aware of that. And BKFC like it's not as strenuous as MMA. You know what I mean? He doesn't have to put the hard miles on his body. He can just box and box people that are way beneath his level for loads of cash. So I think that that's like in his future for sure. And he's going to make sure that like he ends his career not tied to the UFC contract, so he can just do shit like that, exhibitiony shit, whatever he wants. You know what I mean? So I definitely think he will fight someone. As far as what it looks like, please to God, don't let it be Max. It's unfortunate that like Max was never able to like really get his real chance at like redemption, but like I don't even want him to get that chance to be honest. Um, I would like to see, like I said, a Dariush or a very winnable opponent, a very beatable opponent, man. Because I think Conor McGregor is sick of these bitter moments, and I don't think that the UFC is even keen on like sacrificing him. You know what I mean? At this,
Yeah.
like I feel like this one at least will get the sympathy of like, all right, like we don't want him to go out last fight on his contract with his stock. His stock has already been dropping as a fighter. Like
Yeah.
let him go out with his head held high. So I think that they give him a little bit of a softball. Maybe Michael Chandler. Michael Chandler, no matter what, will take that fight shamelessly.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I don't like some way, somehow, after all his calling out of Conor McGregor and everyone pushing him to the side, the cancellation, it's just been years since Tough. It makes sense now. Like, it makes sense. It's hilarious.
It would perfectly make sense. It's the only fight to make. Like, if we're being honest here, I don't want him to fight again because I'm very. My concern is every time he goes out there, his leg's gonna break in some kind of way. Like, we've always been told, like, if you break a leg in a fight, it's always so tough to recover no matter what. Like, you can be as talented as you can be, but, like, the leg never gonna feel the same again. And I get it was the other leg, but like it's very clear that both legs are they're just kind of fucked. And I personally would like to see him retire. I know he got one fight left on the contract. Do they even count this fight though as a fight? Like, let me
Yeah,
know.
it counts.
It does
It's on his
technically.
record.
It's on the record for no reason. There should be no contest out here if I'm concerned. But I mean,
Yeah.
who do you fight? Chandler, like if Chandler has any hope, is this fight for the rest of his career. Like he looking for a payday at this point. This would be the fight to make. He'd be so happy to end his career on like a solid like 5 mil here.
Let them fight and they can both retire, bro. Fuck it.
I think that's the path we're going here because I don't think Connor's body can hold up, and I don't want to see him continue on. To be honest,
Let's get into one of the greatest finishes of the entire year. Patty Pimblin puts BSD to sleep. Everyone on the channel here predicted Patty Pimblin. He got it done. I don't know if we could have predicted that, but what a performance. What a W. What are your guys' thoughts?
I told you guys so. You're funny as fuck. I told you guys so, man. I knew that I did think that it was gonna come after, I didn't think that BSD was gonna put himself in that much danger right away. I thought he was gonna fight more on the feet first. So I am a little bit surprised at how quickly it happened, but I did assume that like when it hit the ground, BSD was gonna be in trouble pretty quickly. Um, and that Petty was gonna find that sub. And yeah, BSD, came with that pressure, but like Petty even called that he was like BSD kind of does shoot a takedown very quickly in most of his fights. And I mean, that was the only one he needed to shoot because got that neck snatched up. Credit to BSD for rolling around and not tapping quick. He tried like several different ways to like squirm out and maybe let Patty burn his arms out. I was kind of a little bit concerned about that for a second because even though he was like deep in the choke, like he seemed to be like kind of gritting his way through it, and I didn't want Patty to completely blow his load. But once he like rolled him over like a spider, got the legs involved, and created a little bit more torque, BSD went to fucking sleep, and that was all she wrote, man. I
Crazy
think
Dars.
crazy Dars,
Like the
like,
angle.
and then Patty's fucking face when he was doing it was like, I, he seemed like he was off all the coke, bro. Like it was lit. Shout out to Patty, man. I think that this was exactly what Patty needed. A big win. took no damage in this fight. Literally no damage. Couldn't have been more of a flawless victory in a fight that many people counted him out, man. I mean, the MMA math was not really mathing to me, like why he was an underdog here. Literally went five with the literal champ when Ilya couldn't even do that. And with the IPO controversy and all that, still went five. And then BSD coming off of a Dan Hooker win and a Dariush win, and all of a sudden, like, he's better than Patty. Make that make sense. It never made sense to me. And I mean, I don't
No.
want to say BSD got fraud checked because I'm not at this point. I think he's established enough where we know he's not a fraud, but like, I just don't think he's on Patty's level, especially on the ground. And I'm glad that I was proven right here. Shout out to Patty, man.
Hey, look, I heard y'all talking good about that Dan Hooker fella for months and months, and I told y'all he was shit. You know, we saw what BSD did to anyways, this is a glorious finish, like submission of the year type shit. He had it immediately. He finished, or he didn't have the doors, but he had a guillotine that transitioned into it. And once I saw the doors locked up, it was GG's. No matter how long BSD lasted in that, he was getting choked out for sure. And Patty Pimlet, that dude, man, gave me some valuable points in fantasy.
Oh yeah.
Like, he's that dude. Like, I've always said, he's like an Oliveira level grappler to me, but just like a little below. Like, he'd be the level below Oliveira
I
grappling
could
stuff.
see that.
But he is right there. Like he's that good. Like, oh, BSD can now wrestle him. Like, no, like what y'all doing here? Like, this man is flying triangle people from random angles of like high depth. Like, this dude
Oh
is
yeah.
a beast down there.
Talk to him.
Like all must have forgot, but I wish Patty fights more like this. Just grapple, wrestle more, and I think he has more success. Like that's usually his issue, just like trying to strike, doing all this shit. But he showed why how dangerous he can be if he on that submission game. So impressive finish, no doubt. Like top five lightweight in the world right now. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I'd like to see him and Oliveira getting a scrap right now.
I
Yeah,
would love I would love to see that.
that'd be a phenomenal fight. Or him and Ilya, maybe.
That's
That's
also acceptable. I just don't. Is Ilya going to be back this year?
I mean,
uh,
I already has two broken orbitals, so like no.
fucking two of them, damn. But yeah, both those are great fights. But yeah, Patty. I don't want to take anything away from him, but BSD's game plan was insane. Just like that was hilarious. But
He did his thing. He did his thing.
yeah, he did his thing. He BSD'd out there. What does this W mean for Patty? Not only in the rankings, but I feel like he was already a big star. But I guess because of how the night ended and how spectacular the finish was, his stock boomed from this W.
Biggest,
What do you guys think about that?
I think
biggest,
he did say that distasteful shit. I don't know if you guys seen it. Um, he was giving like a post fight interview when they heard about the Conor news, and he was like, "Fuck it, McGregor's out. I'm in. Guess
Yeah,
guess I'm the face of the UFC now." And a lot of people have been like shitting on him for that. And I didn't think it was the best moment, but I mean, it was like a live little. I don't think he meant any like malicious intent by it. You know what I mean? People are acting like he was celebrating McGregor's downfall. I don't think that that's what it was really. I think he just like was in the middle of an interview and just kind of like, m- you know, tried to take an opportunity to like, make something of it, and it just didn't lend that well. But I mean, like in reality, he basically took all of the shine from this card. I mean, like he is the biggest thing
hard.
that actually got to take place. And he looked it was arguably like his best performance ever against a really tough guy and a guy known for his grappling in BSD. Like, he didn't just sub up some striker shooting a panic takedown. Like he subbed up BSD, who obviously prepared probably for this fight to be on the ground and knew like probably on some level of Petty's ground game and the threat of it. So like that is really impressive. Um and I think that more of these fighters that are starting to, even Charles, yeah, he likes to strike and that's fun and all, but damn, my bread and butter, this grappling shit, pretty good, And I think if Patty kind of, yeah, I can brawl with Gaethje, and that's cool. I think if he fights grapple first and then like rely on the striking when you have to, I think he will have a lot more success.
Yeah, definitely. All right, guys. Let's move on to the feature fight of the night: Corey Sandhagen versus Mario Bautista. Pretty close fight. It was 1-1 going into the third, but Bautista got that clutch knockdown. Almost got a knee bar in the first round, which apparently fucked up Corey Sandhagen bad. He posted about it on his Instagram, and yeah, Mario Bautista continues to surge up the bantamweight rankings, guys.
I was sad, bro.
Yeah. Uh,
Sandhagen is one of your boys.
He fought well too, like literally with a fucked up knee. He fought well. It just was like my concern with him going into the fight was the chin. Like I think it's something like you and me X talk about, like with Izzy, where his movement was so important, and the fact he's a little slower and he just gets caught more often and like the chin won't hold up as much. I feel like that is the case with Sanhagen.
I can see it.
But because of how the third round went, like I think up until that point though, he was fighting a good fight. Like the first round was close. I did have Bautista winning, and I don't know if a unanimous decision was worthy of the decision, but that's what they went with. It was so close, but I do agree. I think the knee bar kind of won him the fight. I heard after when he got up, he limped off it,
Yeah.
and that will change enough for a round, like for sure. And it is what I mean, the first round I thought was super close, and then the rest of the fight was very obvious to score. But it was impressive what I saw from Bautista in that third round. I can't lie. Like, for a moment, had a 10-8 kind of feeling, but I thought Sandhagen fought well towards the end of the fight, so it didn't warrant it. But I mean, hey, it was a good win by Bautista. Very gritty. I thought fought well. Nothing, I will admit, nothing super crazy to me in terms of like beating a Jan or an Umar again in a rematch. But impressive win, no doubt. Sandhagen only has lost to champions, all of his L's. We can look back at it, like literally 18-7, all the champions, except
Bautista.
well, Bautista and Umar, but I mean,
Oh,
we
yeah.
all
I
know.
think we know he a future champ for sure. Um, yeah, for this fight, man, I left this fight thinking if Sandhagen was just healthy, he would have won the fight. But then you have to think about it like the injury was caused by Batista in round one. So for that reason, like you have to give him the credit for it. I thought the way Sandhagen, I mean, I was very honestly a bit disappointed with Bautista's rounds two and three, bro. I think that when you have a fighter that obviously wounded, you have to capitalize and get the finish, bro. I think that the fact that like Sandhagen was able to beat him round two is just a complete indictment of like his own killer instinct, I guess.
Oh,
Like it, I was kind of like in the moment as a person who was betting and cheering for Sandhagen, I was happy, right? But I was like, dude, like you if you just grab his good leg and hoist it and make him hop around on the battle when this fight could be over. Like, you know what I mean? Like
He's not wrong.
when a fighter's on one leg, you can do a lot with that. And trying to kick at it every couple minutes is not doing enough. Um,
I love
but
that.
yeah, I lost. I mean, I left this fight kind of disappointed with Batista, even though I am impressed with the fact that he was able to, sustain that damage to Corey early. I just thought that like everything post injury was kind of like, what are you doing? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
No,
go and finish him, bro. Take him out. Take his shine. I don't think he took his shine enough. I kind of left like, oh, Corey almost had it, but he just was hurt. Not like, damn, Mario Batista really like fucked Sandhagen up and then like fucked his leg up and then whooped his ass, you know? The narrative would have been a little bit different had he gotten a finish. So I think that like as impressive as it was, a win and probably the best win of his career, like he still needs to like, get back in the lab and do some work, bro, because
100%.
I think it's a slight bit of a missed opportunity.
I completely disagree with you guys. I think you guys are overselling the injury. Corey was clearly still dangerous. He won round two. I think that's just more of me being impressed with Corey Sandhagen than down on Bautista. And he got that knockdown in the third, and I thought that was huge. Corey Sandhagen doesn't get knocked down and outstruck like that a lot, but I think it was a huge win for him.
Ed,
I was
Ed,
very impressed.
Ed, this dude was on half a leg for a whole round. And like
For a whole 2 rounds, a whole two
shit,
rounds.
like
I think you guys are overselling the injury. He didn't look that compromised in there.
Ed, oh
Come
okay,
on to me.
Ed, he could have easily attacked the front leg. No, like
He could have leg kicked him more, but there's no way he could have just like finished Corey Sandhagen. Like that just doesn't happen.
if there's a leg injury, they will, they will. Ed, if there's a
I don't think any other fighter would have just finished him.
okay, and I'm just saying, like the fact that he saw him, like I have Bautista winning. It was a close fight, but like he saw him after the first, him limping to the back on that leg after he stretched it out. And you're telling me you can't come out with a few leg kicks off rip to drop him at best? Like come out with some aggression. Like Sandhagen beat him the whole round. Like you were popping him with a jab,
Yeah,
popping him
it's
on the
super impressive.
outside. Like it just wasn't it. Like Bautista fought well. I'm not saying he didn't. It's just very clear to me, like, is he beating those top guys from this performance? No, he ain't. He ain't. Like, that's not what I saw, at least. Like, it was close. It should have been a split decision. I'm shocked it was unanimous at all. But it was a close fight, man.
I thought
Like,
it was an easy UD.
look, I most people, same as me, gave Bautista the first round.
I expected to split, bro. I did.
Yeah, I just
So round one was
expected.
hella close. Because until
Yeah, the knee bar sealed it. Like he almost
yeah,
finished
I,
his ass.
I mean, honestly, until I'm like that knee bar wasn't shit until I seen him limping off, and then luckily, like, I mean, fuck, not luckily, but like Paramount went into an ad break, so I didn't even get to see the corner really. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh no, like he's fucked. And sure enough, like when they came out of the corner, I was like, okay, like I can obviously see he is fucked. Like it was very apparent. And any good corner work would have been like his leg is fucked. Go grapple him, make him use that leg. It's unstable. Don't just let him jab you around. Like, yeah,
I'm
bro.
still impressed, but I do agree with you guys. I don't know if he beats the
Good.
top guys, but I mean, not many people do. I think he should fight the loser of the title fight, the trilogy. I think that's a very good next fight for him.
You should fight
But
Aljo.
all
Fight Aljo.
I know I hate that.
right, though. Yeah. Let's move on. A lot of people are saying fight of the night here, Brandon Royval versus Loner Kavanaugh. A pretty back and forth. Loner had some really good moments, but made some poor decisions in round three. Maybe he was fading. The veteran took over. Raw dog Royval, Nick's favorite fighter, got the dub.
Oh, no. Let's just say it how it was. Let's say how it was, Ed. Royval, see, look, hey, y'all doubted him way more than I did. I thought this would be a scrappy fight from him, and that's what he brought. But Kavanaugh had this man hurt so bad in the second. And then in the third, once we got there, we're defending a takedown. And let's jump a guillotine when we're perfectly sprawling like a double leg. Let's just jump a guillotine, which wasn't even close, by the way, and just jumped it. And he lost a fight off a position that, like, he was against the fence for. Like, he wasn't getting out of that. Like, Royval's a big man for flyweight and, like, had him trapped in a position, but it was fucking Kavanaugh's fault. Like, he was a stupid fuck who ruined a parlay of mine for no reason, by the way.
He
Like,
fucked up a lot of parlays, man.
Fucked up my big boy for the night, bro. He's the only thing that fucking failed me, bro. A fucking like 8 or 9 legger, bro.
yeah, he was just dumb, bro. Like, I'm telling you, he had, like, the first round. Royval came out strong. Like we all said, cardio, all that. Like he's gonna put volume out there. He's a good volume puncher. Second round, Kavanaugh decides to commit, knocks him down, hurts him bad, and then is just beating on him the whole second. In
I,
the third, what's up?
I was just gonna say real quick. I did think that that's where like Loner Kavanaugh kind of made a mistake. I think Royval is a good grappler, and a
Yeah,
lot of like a lot of the Donkey Kong fucking punches he tried to like land on him to like get him out of there. I thought it was a big misuse of his energy. And I was like, he's not landing. He needs to chill. He needs to chill. You know what I mean? Either let him back up to the feet where you can tee off on him some more, or like just relax and accept that, like, because we all know Royval has like damn near infinite cardio, right? And Loner kind of was seeming to be like the fighter that was fading a little bit more. And so, like, if you know that, like, if you already banked the biggest moment of the round, you almost finished him. Had he just like taken his foot off the gas and like saved a little bit more for round three, you might rock him again, and then boom, now you won 2 rounds. You know what I mean? I just think it was like an IQ play that kind of fucked him over as well.
Yeah.
I was so pissed.
I fully expected Loner Aloni to go in there and destroy Royval. Like I thought this was going to be like just very similar to the Brandon Moreno fight, but proved us wrong, I guess.
He's John McGee, y'all. Like
Fuck
he's John
Roy Val, fuck
McGee,
Roy
bro.
Val, fuck Roy Val, but like shout out to Roy Val. You feel me? Because
Big win for
he
him.
keeps
Yeah,
doing this. This is why I don't like him, but it's also why I respect him. You know what I mean? He keeps doing this shit, like winning these
for
fights.
sure.
Every time you kind of get ready to count him out, oh, he's done. He comes back and does some shit like this, and it's like, God damn it, Roy Val, you are a good fighter. Fuck you.
Yeah,
Okay, wait. Oh, okay. Can I ask y'all, like, why did he jump that guillotine? Like, why?
His
Like,
fight gassing, bro. I don't even know, bro.
no,
yeah, or he.
he
Yeah, I think Xavier's right. But
he choked it. He choked the whole fight. Like, it could have been so different from that point. But he chose to do that and get himself in a horrible position on the ground and not get up from it, get subbed, like
that was
lose
bad.
points as well, like didn't get me points, like yeah.
This is a classic example of like the young guy with all the hype just hitting the veteran roadblock. So I'm sure Loner will be fine in the future, but yeah, tough L here.
This was the kind of fight that like you can learn a lot from. I do think Lerner will be better for this. It's not like he took like a senseless amount of punishment either.
Oh
So
wow.
it's not like he didn't take like some loss that's gonna change him forever type shit. You know what I mean? I just think that like you learn, you get back to the drawing board. You realize like sometimes you need to manage your energy a little bit better. Be a little bit more a better of a judge of like how hurt someone really is. Like if they are recovering take your foot off the gas a little bit. Maybe pick your shots a little bit better. Like
Yeah.
things that are fixable for sure.
All right, guys, let's move on to the opener of the card. King Green gets a last second TKO over Terrence McKinney, got himself a performance of the night bonus here. I mean, this is literally the definition of like a Terrence McKinney fight. Like he was absolutely dominating for a while, and then out of nowhere he just loses. He just randomly loses. I was very upset with this fight. I'm not gonna lie, I did have a bet on it, but I thought the way McKinney lost was absolutely unacceptable.
Oh,
Um, this
oh.
he because like usually he looks tired before he gets finished. I didn't get any inclination that he was super tired, gassed, and then he gets one shot to the body. I was personally disgusted by it, but great performance by King Green. It was a super entertaining fight, but I was just sad the way McKinney went out.
My first takeaway, this is why roughing matters. Herb would have stopped that fight, bro. And I was like, damn, like, I wish Herb was in there to stop that bitch, cause I mean, like, King Green did eat like a lot of unanswered shots to the like not to the back of the head, but
Oh, you're
like
saying Green would have got stopped?
I'm saying, yeah, like,
Okay.
and that's why roughing really matters. Like, you never know, like, what a person is really capable of, and if you don't give them the opportunity to show that, like, you're robbing them, to be honest. And I think too often fighters are robbed. I think more often, I mean, I get it, like, a referee has like a job to protect the fighters, right? But I think too often fighters are robbed of their opportunity to keep fighting and robbed of the opportunity to pull off comeback wins like this. Um, because a lot the fact that like I can mentally be very confident that like different judges would have stopped that fight, but to see like King Green obviously survived through it and came out triumphant, it shows that like the fight really shouldn't have been stopped. He really was fine. You know what I mean? Like much to our dismay, but like fuck it, like that's justice in the sport. So shout out to King Green. Uh, I don't think McKinney's gonna ever change at this point. He is just a one round blitz fighter, and I don't think he cares. Like I don't think he cares about the sport for real, and like that's fine, But
Yeah.
How about that?
like it's a bad look when King Green is when you whoop him that bad, and then like
Get one shot.
you get one bad body shot that didn't even look god awful. I mean, granted, like I wasn't in there, but like one little half-ass body shot, and it really smelled of like a poly market screw job, bro. I mean, we gotta look into it, bro. Because if
Crazy.
anyone's gonna be like called for a goddamn scandal, let's be honest. King Green and Terrence McKinney, two homies. Like, come on, hey man. I'm just saying, look into it. But on a serious note, shout out to King Green, man. The Hood's main event, and I think it more than delivered. I mean, it gave you everything. King Green on the first four fight win streak of his career,
Wow.
hitting a late prime at 39, beating prospects and veterans alike. Like fuck, man. Shout out to King Green, man. Keep this shit rolling till the wheels fall off, baby.
Oh man, first time 4 fight win streak. How old is this man? 40? How old is he?
He's 39, I think. You
I
gotta
don't know.
respect it,
I
Nick.
find that so funny, but I just do. I just do.
Late prime shit, man. All these guys from the era that he came from in, like
Long gone.
long gone, bro.
Hey, they were
And
talking.
he's still here whooping ass.
Also, Bobby Green has been viciously fucked up and finished before. The fact that he's still in there, like he's gotten his ass beat a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah, and he's still durable.
Hey, I heard Jackson podcast say more BMF than Oliveira. So come bite us, y'all. Come bite
I
us.
don't want to see that fight.
That
See
is
how that goes, y'all. See how that goes for y'all. Yeah,
Four fight winning streak, then you just we'll give him Oliveira next.
I'm just saying,
I
man.
think he beats Dariush.
I'm down for that fight.
Run that.
I don't know. I don't know.
That's a winnable fight for both.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I agree. Look, I was disappointed. I was pissed off as well because McKinney was in a few parlays of mine, and I was very upset. He hooped on him the first round as usual, doing his thing, and then he fucking blew his load, and then got kicked in the belly and fucking went down. I didn't quit out there to be honest. Like, I don't want to say 100% quit, but like 10 seconds left in a round, you just kind of dominated, and like you kicked once in the stomach. Bro, at least get a roll in or something. Like, you gotta just, even if you lose the round off that, like, just, you gotta defend the whole round. Like, you can't just, like, just cover up and just lose the fight off that. Like, off dominating the first. Like, Bobby Green, he was not able to handle the strikes at first. And then, like, slowly we got more into it. And I was getting worried towards the end of the first. I mean, Terrence got the takedown and it was nice and it was good control. Like, it was good stuff. It was just like, as soon as he got to the end of the round, I'm like, oh, we're about to head to in a second. And T
I was
Rex,
trying to live bet it. That's what makes me so pissed. I was literally running to my phone to like
oh,
do a fat live bet on King Green, and like because he couldn't make it out of the round, I couldn't even do that and hedge my money. I was so pissed, bro. I was like, God damn it, McKinney. Just roll around a little bit so you can get up and give me this money by losing in the next round.
yeah, that was the bad thing about the fight. I just, under 10 seconds, you get landed by like a T. I don't even know. Who cares what it was, to be honest? Like, it was shit. And King Ring gets the victory, man. Four straight, though. I'll give it to him. 39, though. He ain't winning anything after because he's probably going to fight top 15 guys. So,
I said give it to him though. Fuck it, why not?
well, he has to. This was like a top 15 kind of
Yeah,
fight.
he should get a top 15 guy next. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, we're about to see Almazov hoops on it. Or what division is this? Lightweight. Yeah, it's someone who's I don't know, man. Like,
Give him Fiziev next.
yeah, give one for
That
Bobby Green.
I don't like how that goes for him, but fuck it.
It don't go well. It just does.
They actually, I think they fought before. I don't know,
And
but
fight top guy. Fuck it.
yeah, shout out King Green. All right, guys, let's move to the prelims. Pretty stacked prelims. They Loki delivered hella. Start at the top though. At the main event, Robert Whitaker successfully debuts at 205 here, getting a KO dub over Krylov in the third round. Looked like he broke his damn jaw. I think he looked pretty good in there. The commentary was shitting on him, saying he looked fat. Stop fat shaming
Fat
Robert
rat.
Whitaker.
Fat rat.
Whitaker was hella salty about it, but no, he said it was just fun and games. But I thought he was really good in there, really fast on the feet, just outpointing the fuck out of Krylov. I know it's Krylov, it's not the best name, but I think it's a solid debut.
I do think that like he could use to like slim down a little bit. I think it was a little bit of a case of like maybe trying to bulk up too much to, acclimate yourself at a new weight class. But I do think that like he might have started to like huff and puff a little bit early. It was kind of looking like his cardio was not going to hold up. But I think he like acclimated to like, okay, I can't have as much output and move around as much. I have to be more like economical with like my output. And once he kind of made that adjustment, like he kind of just picked Nikita Krylov apart. Mind you, it's Krylov, so I mean this is not like he jumped in against Yuri or something. Krylov is one of the more in recent years less durable guys. So keeping him at bay is like, a little bit easier than it will be against, some of the higher ranked guys. So I do kind of see him struggling if he doesn't like lose a little bit of weight and kind of get a little bit more movement to him and cardio. Especially because most of these guys aren't gonna grapple, so I don't think that the size matters as much as like being able to like evade and put out more output. I mean, I think that like when guys go up, speed and output are usually the things that kind of can carry success. Like look at Sean Strickland, like he went up to middleweight, he can go all day cardio wise, right? It's like this shit kind of matters, and I think that he can kind of not like listen to the fat shaming and put that much stake into it because I think he, all things considered, did put out a great performance. But listen to them a little bit. You know what I mean? Maybe you don't have to be as heavy. I think he might understand that now after feeling it. But overall, hell of a win for him. I'm happy for him, and I wish him success, man. I think that light heavyweight kind of needs, new blood, and I'm glad that he's up there.
It was a good performance against an opponent we knew was just washed. The way we saw out there. Whitaker was just hitting him with a 1-2 from the outside, easily breaking him. Krylov had no answer. And this is what I'll say. I thought Whitaker looked good, but like he was huffing and puffing in these rounds, hella. And that might be the gain in weight, which I think he gonna have to cardio it off better. Like he ain't doing this for all the top fights at light heavyweight. I don't think he beats Azmat doing this kind of stuff, and we just saw Kosa beating him. So, I thought Whitaker fought well. It was just one of those fights where, like, I knew he'd beat the shit out of Krylov. Like, Krylov just such a, like, old fuck for real. And, like, like, just knowing you would be beat
33,
up.
bro.
He
I
he
think he's
looked
like
hella slow.
33. I think he's 33. He's just been through wars for real.
What the
I know,
hell?
yeah.
He's not even old. I think he's
I
like
I didn't.
He's UFC old though. He been around since like 24, 15. Like
He looks every bit of 40, bro.
he been cut through the league and chewed up. Like the chin's gone very clear, and like it's unfortunate he got his jaw broken. That was kind of
That was a fire finish.
yeah. Like it was kind of funny because it definitely a meme when he was just chomping. Like I don't know, like. Can I move it? Like, can you just try to chomp at it?
hey
Uh,
man, for Whitaker, man, going from getting his jaw broken to breaking jaws, man. I love it. He's
no, for real. Look,
circle.
it's a bounce back. It's a bounce back. But I
Yeah,
don't know. I still have questions. Like, RDR not stepping up to like heavyweight now. He find Elite at middleweight. So,
he is.
he's scheduled for not 3:30, but right after, I believe.
I didn't know that.
Hey, he find Elite. So,
It's a weird ass fight.
Quick question. Quick question. All right. So I was just thinking about this. Who would you favor right now, Dominic Reyes or Robert Whitaker? Because I do think that like Robert Whitaker can find that chin and put his ass down.
I think Reyes.
I'm leaning Whitaker.
I think I would take Rob. So like, think
Reyes.
about it like this: like Dominic Reyes is still currently the seventh ranked guy, and I think he can get at least that far. Like, damn, I don't even know what Jamal Hill's hitting on right now, bro.
Yeah.
So like,
He gonna be heavyweight champ, man.
that's the fifth ranked guy, and I do think that Polo Costa is better suited for this weight class. I think he is a more natural light heavyweight than Rob Whitaker. But he's ranked four, and Whitaker just whooped his ass not too long ago. So I mean, then he's four. So I mean, like, do I think he's gonna, win the title? No, but does he have no chance? Like, I can't agree with that. Like, fuck.
Yeah, I agree. I don't see it, and I have the same questions as you guys as him at 205, but like 205, it's just so shallow and mid. It's mid. It's so mid. But we'll
There's
see.
some. There's some people who will beat Whitaker, surely.
Oh yeah, I think the top guys probably would. Like Oldberg, if he didn't get hurt, I think would fuck Whitaker up.
I still think he's kind of washed. Like I'm not seeing anything out here that makes me super giddy. A bunch of down the middle 1-2s, like
I just need to see it.
and who wasn't moving his head and like getting bagged. Like no.
Need to see more. Shout out these 185ers rejuvenating this shit ass division though.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys, let's move the heavyweight here. An extremely successful UFC debut for Gable Stevenson, knocking out Ellison. Um, Biggest favorite in UFC history. Obviously, crazy. Did he get performance of the night? Crazy. No, he did not. But still, crazy performance. He's an extremely bright future, probably future champion. Xavier, why don't you start here, man?
Oh man, I've been waiting for this shit for years, boys. Like at least a year. I've been talking about this, talking this man up. I knew he was coming, and I think he more than delivered. He showed you literally everything in there but a takedown, which is crazy. He like went for one takedown and kind of just like let it go. I think that was him mainly like mind you, Alicia Ellison did defend the takedown decent. But I think rather than just like engaging him and like getting like, all right, let me actually take this fucker down. He was like, all right, you know what? Let me not even waste energy on that. Like, let me. I didn't like. Everyone knows I'm a fucking wrestler. Let me show what else I can do. That's kind of how it felt. Um, it was very John Jones esque in terms of the techniques he was using, and it's weird. Like his frame is completely different, but like the John Jones uh the John Jones influence was very evident. I mean, he was stomping at the knees, doing side kicks to the body, side push kicks to the body. Um, I thought his hands, like in terms of pure boxing talent and power, like I think he has more potential with the hands than John Jones like ever had, really. And I think that will make him a different kind of threat than John Jones in a lot of ways. Because, like, I mean, their gifts are different. He doesn't have the length and height, but I think that between the power and pure athleticism, like, I think that he'll make up for that gap. And I was really impressed with the striking array. Those Alicia Ellison was not loving those body kicks. He was grimacing. And for a guy that a lot of people thought like was a shit can and would kind of fold over in there, I give Lisa Ellison props for like defending a takedown, actually like hitting Gable with a couple strikes and like showing that he no, you're actually in here with a real guy. You know what I mean? Like you're actually like he actually didn't just like look like a plus 1,000 favorite. I mean a plus 1,000 underdog in there. You know what I mean? He actually accounted well for himself. So I mean, like, and he actually had to bring out, he had to push Gable a little bit, not in a way of like Gable was like really struggling or like ever in danger, but like just in a way of like he didn't go down easy. Gable had to pull out multiple techniques, show his creativity. Like we actually got to see a lot from Gable because of what Ellison provided. So I'm glad that he actually didn't just go down off the first punch and like we were actually able to see a little bit of development from Gable. Future champ for sure, bro. Future champ for sure.
Yeah, I agree. Future champion. From what I saw, just the kicks alone, the distance control and all of that, I will say it was just very impressive to watch. Just in terms of knowing the background of him being an Olympic wrestler, and he shouldn't have that background, but you can see the influence from John Jones and how he's training him and everything. It was just a perfect debut. Got hit with a few strikes, and credit to Ellison, he didn't give up right away, but It was definitely Gable Stevenson's day. He looked good. He looked quick. Very Josh Hawkin like at heavyweight. With better wrestling, I would assume. We don't know.
100% fact. 100% fact. Better wrestling. 100% fact.
Hey, like, we will see. We will see against the best. We will see.
100% fact.
I should know 100%, but in MMA wrestling, it's a little different than the NCAA Olympic. So, we will see. But Man's a who I think he's a future champion. Like I didn't expect him to come out with that kick right away. I was like, ooh, that kind of nice, like little front kick. Like I was like, ooh, we working with different artillery, more than I figured. That was my only concern with him, but now it's like I think he's the real deal here. Surely.
One
Yeah.
thing I one thing I will say real quick before you go, Ed. Um, One thing I was noticing is that a lot of what is John Jones, even with all his physical gifts, like what is he probably best at if you had to quantify him down like to one best trait? Distance management, you know what I mean? He uses his reach better than anyone to stay on the outside, stay safe, and go in, land whatever he wants to land, and then, stay safe again, you know? And while Gable doesn't obviously have the height and reach, I was very aware of the fact that a lot of the techniques that Gable was using are kind of distance based striking. You know what I mean? What is the best way to deal with a wrestler? Not let him get close to you. You know what I mean? So Gable, if he was gonna be, more of a Cormier type of a fighter with who was gonna be more boxing based, boxing wrestling based, a lot of the times, like Cormier would struggle and he would have to eat a lot of shots to before he was able to work his way into the clinch or you know what I mean? Wear you down over time. But like with this approach, he might have people trying to close the distance on him, which as an Olympic level wrestler, if people are trying to close the distance on you because you keep teeping them to the body or side kicking them in the fucking gut, like that makes all the difference, you know? So I will say like I can kind of see how like the game is gonna come together with that. Because like the kicks look vicious and nasty, to be honest, for a guy who hasn't been probably striking that long. They're only gonna get more nasty and like he's gonna be hurting these boys with these kicks. Like heavyweights don't be kicking like that for real, like at all. It's not even a thing that like most heavyweights even train for real. So it's like to be completely like thrown off guard by a technique that you're not used to and he keeps landing them, your inclination is going to be like, let me get close to him. And then he's going to fucking put you on your head. Diabolical. Diabolical work from John Jones. And I see you, John. I see you.
Yeah, he looks like a different animal in there. I need to see him and Hoka in the future at some point. Right now, if I'm the UFC, I'm absolutely spamming him in there. I don't need to shoot him up the rankings, but I need him in there hella, stack up these W's because he's not taking any damage in these fights. So let's get this train going.
Hell yeah.
All right, guys. We can touch on a couple more things on the prelims. How about Adrian Yanez, unfortunately putting down Cody Garbrandt?
GG.
Shout out to Cody Garbrandt though, man. He came out to fucking fight. And
He tried more than usual.
it
Yeah.
was the first time I've seen him actually look scary in there. He actually put Yanez like in trouble early.
He rocked him.
Damn near rocked him and damn near like I don't want to say damn near finished him, but like definitely put him on notice in there and was swinging with like bombs, which we know damn well if he lands, he could put anyone out. It's just in recent years he's been so gunshot, and granted, he did end up getting clipped and losing, but I think that that is a much more okay way to like lose than to just know that you were just a puss the whole time. You know what I mean? Like he didn't eat that much damage. He didn't get viciously KO'd. He just got like, people popped, you know, went down a little bit, got saved from himself. He was pretty much fine, okay. Afterwards, he was pretty accepting of it. I think he kind of understands like his chin not great and like he's kind of used to getting knocked out a little bit. And I mean, that is the risk you run when you actually decide to fight. But I mean, at the end of the day, I would rather see him fight like that and give himself a chance than just like fight overly safe and just kind of fight not to lose. So I will say good win by Yanez, expected win by Yanez, but I left being like proud of Cody. And I heard that he might have retired. I'm not 100% sure on that. But if
Yeah.
he did, like, I'm glad that, like, he actually went out fighting for once instead of going out like a puss. So
Did
shout
he
out,
retire? For
I,
I believe Cody Garland did retire.
I believe he did. And,
At
like,
really?
least from what I
Damn.
saw. Yeah, at least from what I saw.
he did, like, shout outs to him, man. Like, he was
Legend.
always one of my bantamweight goats for a night. You know what I mean? I would say mythical fighter that one night that he beat Cruz. He
One of the greatest performances ever.
couldn't beat anyone that night. Like, that version of him. Unfortunately, that version was short lived because of you know, him crashing out on Dillashaw too much.
But,
But
but that too, that rivalry was epic with Dillashaw. That was hell
that
entertaining.
was iconic, like you know what I mean. And it produced some fun fights. So hell of a career for No Love, former champ. Can't ever take that away from him. And even though like it was a little bit of tough sledding at the end, like he went out, throwing down, and I can respect that for him. So shout outs to him.
Yeah, I mean, I was more proud than Cody than I'd seen him in his last few fights. I can't lie. Early on was looking solid, honestly. And it just proved to me what I've said about Giannis forever. He is shit. He's no good. Like this dude was standing in such a weird position, and you know what? He timed the over or the straight right or straight left eventually very well, and he landed Cody with the overhand right. Hurt him. The fight was over. It is sad to see Cody go out the way. I'm not 100% sure if he retired, but I saw something like that, and no one would blame him at this point. I think it's just
Maybe
it
time.
This
is,
time, this time.
yeah, like he's getting KO'd, he's not fighting as well, but he fought decently on this night, and Giannis looked like shit, by the way. And he got the TKO, but it was against a man who was chinny. So, I'm not sold on Giannis at all off this. Is all I'm saying.
All right, guys, let's move on here.
Shout out to
Shout out Luke Riley.
Shout out to Fareed Basharat, bro. But like, shout out more so even to this John Garza kid, bro. This kid legit. He came in on short notice, no training camp. Against like the number 15 guy in Basharat, a very crafty striker, and he had to walk through some shit, showing great durability. Granted, like Basharat never been the most like powerful striker, but like he still puts it on you, and a lot of guys can't really handle that. They would stop coming on the front foot. And I feel like for the most part, like even Garza for a second, like I think he did like maybe a couple minutes like get off the front pressure, and I was like, oh, is he gassing out a little bit? No, he got right back on the front pressure, by the end of it. And I was just like, damn, this is a kid with grit, skills. I was getting real concerned about Basharat's gas tank. I was like, oh, this can get bad because this kid pushing him. Basharat kept trying to take him down, show great takedown defense, was making Basharat work. And he made this fight real spooky as a plus 450 underdog. So I think he's a kid with great promise, and I'm very excited to see what he has to offer with a full camp in the UFC.
Yeah, I want to shout out John Garza as well. I thought the scorecards don't show the whole story of the fight, the way it went. Very competitive. 23 years old off seven MMA fights, coming in on 1 week's notice, putting up the type of performance against a top 15 guy in the world. Like, very impressive stuff. Good boxing. like definitely gritty as fuck. Like he gritted through some moments there, and he made it spooky for some of my parlays. Like in that going into that third,
All of
yeah,
them at that point had Bosch right in it.
Basharat looked a little gassed, but Basharat he was just a little ahead, and that's why he won the fight. Like just a little ahead in all areas, but. John Garza's that dude. It was very impressive to see 23, and I think he got a bright future.
Shout out Wang Kong. I rewatched that fight. I thought she looked pretty good. And I think she low key is probably gonna get a title shot next year, like within a year.
Yeah,
So shout out her.
And she looked great out there. I thought she probably could have went for the finish a little bit more, but like I respect her for like, just not wanting to just throw it all away, you know what I mean? Shout out Damian Pinas, man. Touch of death. Man had the
Vicious.
touch of death. He doesn't even be hitting these people that hard, bro. I just know he can decapitate a motherfucker if he wanted to. Like these middleweights are fucked. Like a lot of them, I think. I think
Yeah.
I think right now he can do some damage at middleweight, bro. Like he can do some damage on the low end of middleweight for sure.
I should probably throw. Yeah, I would give him a top 15 opponent because like people were saying like Almeida could give him problems. Like people didn't. I mean, I know he was a big favorite, but Almeida's not a scrub.
I mean, Almeida was giving him problems like from a technical kickboxing side. He was clearly like he was choosing to fight a technical fight with a decorated kickboxer with a lot more experience than him. And while I won't say he wasn't holding his own, but he was getting his ass whooped a little bit. But that shows like the confidence that he had that like if I just land something though, if I stay, because I mean he could be just wild in there and like forced to land something, but then maybe you gas out, maybe all kinds of shit. But for him to stay within himself, to know like I am kind of getting beat up a little bit, I am losing on points. He is chewing my leg up a little bit, but to stay within himself, stay composed, and just like land that shot, man. He just knows like I have the touch of death, bro. Like if I just land something, like these guys are gonna go down. And I really fear for whoever he hits really clean, bro. Like with some power, bro, with a power shot because he is knocking fuckers out with like jabs and shit, dude. Knocking them down, like making them in a bad way with landing nothing on them. Like Cesar Almeida blinked one time and woke up. Like, damn, what happened? Like, oh fuck, He just accepted it. Like, fuck. I was having a great fight, but it doesn't even matter, You blink one time and you wake up. So,
that
shout
man.
to him.
All right, well, guys, I think that concludes the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please let us know your thoughts in the comments. Please go check out the TikTok. We always got some fun stuff on there, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Peace.
Peace.